Hey y'all, I'm Val with Our Forever Farm. So I had somebody ask me about my shelves, my pantry shelves, and so I thought I would get over here and show you this recipe from this direction. So we're making an easy dessert. It's called a dumpcake, but this is my favorite, probably easiest dessert I've ever made. You can use white or yellow cake mix. We're gonna need melted butter. We're gonna need a can of cherry pie filling, and a can of pineapple, and I like crushed, and we'll use the juice in it. And we're gonna use pecans. Some people like walnuts, and that's fine. Use whatever you want. Here we go. To me, this is a fun, easy dessert. So if I hear the kids are coming over on a Sunday or something, and I don't have a dessert in the freezer made, or a dessert in my cake plate made, then I whip this up really quick. So we're gonna take a 20-ounce can of cherry pie filling. You can use strawberry, blackberry, blueberry, whatever you want. But I love cherries, I love them. I make a similar dessert that I call cherrydivine. I'll link it in the description box. That's a lot like this. We're going to empty those cherries into a 9x13 baking dish. So the recipe calls for 2 8-ounce cans of pineapple, and this, what I had, is a 20-ounce can, so I'm guessing at it, and I'm leaving a little bit of the pineapple in the can, and I'm gonna make me a banana and pineapple sandwich in a little while. So have you ever had one of those? A lot of people have it. I just make mayonnaise, slice my bananas, put my crushed pineapple, and I drain my pineapple on a good white sandwich bread. It's delicious. So all we're doing here is just mixing the pineapple and the cherries in the pan. You just stir them up really good. So my cake mix, I'm using a yellow boxed cake mix. It's 13.25 ounces. The recipe calls for 15 ounces. And you can, if you have another box and you want to get a cup out, that's fine. I'm not fooling with it. I'm just spreading my cake mix, my dry cake mix, over this mixture. Next, what I'm going to do is just kind of stir this in where all that juice and the cherries and the pineapples will be mixed. In my cherrydivine, I don't do that. I put butter on top, sliced, and I don't stir it up, and it's delicious too. But this has got cherries, pineapple, walnuts, or pecans. I'm using pecans. And you just want to stir this up. Really good. It don't have to be completely wet, but you do want to stir it up really good. I think that's just about good enough. And then I'm just gonna spread it evenly in the baking dish. So if I forgot to tell you, preheat your oven to 350. So we're gonna use 2 cups of nuts. A lot of people use walnuts, I'm using pecans. And we're just gonna sprinkle it over the top. Next, we've melted our butter. This is 3/4 cup of butter, and it's unsalted butter, and we're just gonna pour it over the top. If it's not all melted, it's fine. It will melt in the oven. Don't that look good? So next, we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 35-40 minutes. Just watch it. You can tell when it's done. So now we wait. So while we're waiting, I'll show you these shelves and my table. I bought this table at like a thrift, not a thrift store, it was a antique store, and it was an old store counter. It was about maybe 8 or 10 inches higher than it is now. It was green, and there was not boards across it. There was green slats across it, and it cost me around $200. And when my husband went to pick it up, this was years and years ago, he asked the ladies, he said, how could y'all sell her this piece of furniture? And I said, you've got to have an eye for it. You've got to see what I want to do. And so I had a carpenter working at my house. I told him what I wanted. I went to Home Depot and bought the boards on top. And I think they're called general boards, and there's 3 of them. So it is 36 inches across. And they were $13 a piece back then, no telling what they'd be now. Carpenter enclosed it with this casing. What I did is whitewash the legs and the sides, and I put some little feet on the bottom of those, and I got those at Home Depot too. That chair right there is an outside chair, and I just kept them in here to have more seating. So we have a guy that works on our cabinets, and he built this for us, and I absolutely love it. We've got binoculars sitting there because we see wildlife out a lot. Usually you see birds there. We've got our Berkey, our coffee maker, a percolator. We've got my little kettle that boils my water. We've got our ice machine and honey. And then up here is, I had these shelves made. This is for just, I don't like to have my things in a cabinet. I like to have them out where I can see them. And so everything's labeled and I know what's there. Oh, I know why the birds aren't here. We're getting our log cabin restained. There's a few birds. I'll show you after they get through. Any of those men are out there talking and walking around and everything, and it's probably got the birds scared off. Here's the other side. And this has my chocolate chips. It has my bacon goods, my tea. It has all my spices. Most of those are in alphabetical order. Sometimes they're not. And vinegar. I'm all the time needing vinegar. Now we just flip right back around here, and you see the other side of the table. You see my puzzle over there on the coffee table. And then this is like my pastas, my cookbooks. Those are dry beans I'm fixing to can. I've got my sifters and my graters out there. I've got pickles. I've got my dried goods there. And just everything I need. Everything I need. I love it. We've got some of our iron skillets hanging on the wall over here. This is a calendar that hasn't been changed. It's March and it says January. Uh-oh. But a friend, I got the calendar at the yard sale. A friend painted this for me. I think it's beautiful. But it should say March, y'all. It should say March. I forgot to point this out. This is a cutting board that a company made and sent to me, and as you can see, it says Our Forever Farm. This table was here at the farm, and when we bought the log house, and I haven't done anything with it. I probably will, because I like lighter colors in here. One of my friends suggested to go light, and so I'll probably do that. But you can see my beautiful mixer that my husband and my kids got me. I told on the last video that that was not a wood bowl, but it is a wood bowl. And you have to treat that with oil, and I didn't realize that. I have only used it a couple of times, but isn't it beautiful? So I'll show you the other one now. So this Those are some special items on top that I have. These are some of my canned goods. You can see I've got over 100,000 subscribers, and I've got that displayed. I'm very proud of that. This is a cutting board Linda Breedlove gave me. She had it made when we moved in, and I just think it's beautiful. It says, "New home, new beginning, new memories, our forever farm, Val and Sweet Hunter." I think that is just beautiful, and I treasure it. And this is just jellies, pepper jelly, cowboy candy, green tomato pickles, and my bone broth that I did the other day. So I wanted to show you this table. Our cabinet guy also built this, and this is where I put desserts. This book was from my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and I now have a place to display it. I think it's beautiful. And I got this from a friend years ago, and she brought it to our other farm, and I treasure this. I hope she sees this and know that I treasure it and I take care of it, and no matter where we are, it's with us. And then a quick little tour of the kitchen. It's not very clean, but you can see this is where I work. The top of this island is quartz. I'm not a big fan, so if you have any tips for this at all, it shows everything, let me know. The countertops on the cabinets are granite, and we think it's ugly, but it works for now, and so we will hopefully replace that one day. But I do love my appliances. They're red, and I think there used to be a red microwave there, but they're all modern, and I love them. This is my workspace, and I love it. I think this, I don't remember how long this is, maybe 10 foot long. It is beautiful. It is beautiful, and I love it. But if you have any tips for taking care of quartz, when I make bread, it shows the stains on there. And oh, I can't not tell about this, my cutting board. A lot of people ask me about this. I've told about it before. Sweet Hunter had this made for me, and a sweet man took the wood from our barn, and I hope you can see it good. It's called a live slab edge, I think. And he made me a cutting board. It's got handles in each end, and I love it. That's my workspace. It's big, it's beautiful. He did a great job. Another thing I love about my island is the drawers. My kitchen has a lot of drawers, and I love the drawers. So let me show you. Let's see what this one looks like. Lots of bowls, lots of bowls. More bowls, but they're storage bowls. You know how it goes. But anyway, I love my kitchen. You can see more iron skillets hanging up, and I always love this sign. It's good to be home. I'm gonna get this out. I think this is just such a beautiful dessert. Look at it. Now you can eat this hot, cold, you can eat it warm, you can eat it room temperature. I love it warm. That's the way I like it, with a Coke. You might like it with a cup of coffee. That's what Sweet Hunter will do. But it is beautiful. So if you see somebody in my window, it's a painter. So I've let this sit about 5 minutes, and I'll probably let it sit just a little bit more after I dish it out. But I'm just dishing me some out because I want it. So it looks so good. Such a simple dessert. This would be great for Easter. It's a cake, it's a cobbler. It's got fruit in it, the cherries, the pineapple, and nuts on top, and it's a yellow cake mix. You can use white too. So I didn't cut that too pretty, but I wanted you to be able to see the cherries, the pineapple, and the nuts, and then the cake mix. Oh my goodness. Now let's pray this isn't too hot. Let's see. What can I say? That's delicious. Simple, not too sweet, not too rich. Got the fruit in it. The cake mix is delicious. Just delicious. You need to try it. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's so good. I'm going to pour me some Coke. Y'all go cook something. Told you.